hope you're having a good day. I'm Louise from Knowle Craft. So first of all, I've got to say sorry that this makes video has been such a long time coming. So the reason that I didn't end up sort of posting basically anything really in February was that we launched an online learning platform, and it ended up being a way bigger job than we'd ever imagined. There was quite a few sleepless nights working through the night trying to get it ready, and yeah, it really just took over everything. So it's quite nice to get that sort of out there and launched, and we're really pleased with it. It looks really good, and we're really pleased with how sort of like easy it is to use and everything. But I'll pop a link in the comments, because if you're looking to learn embroidery, then it's a really great resource to have. There's going to be sort of updates every month on different stitches, sort of common mistakes that people make with those different stitches, patterns, projects, top tips, that kind of thing, and it's going to be updated every month. So I'll pop a link in the comments just in case you're looking to learn embroidery. So without me waffling on too much, I will just get straight into the makes, and then at the end I'll quickly sort of show you what I'm planning to make in March. I'm not going to be as ambitious. So there were two things that I didn't get a chance to make. One of them was the red jumper. I didn't get a chance to alter that. And the reason for that is I wanted to make sure that I did enough research beforehand, sort of how to alter something that was a knitted garment, because I've never done that before. And I didn't want to just chop into it and then completely ruin it and realise it was a really silly mistake and I could have been avoided. But I just didn't get a chance to do that research, so I'm going to have to leave that for another day, maybe next month. Although it'll be getting warmer next month, won't it? So maybe it'd be a next winter thing. Who knows? And the other thing then that I couldn't do was the Georgette lies. So the Georgette lies, I didn't really have much choice there. I got my overlocker out and then realised I've lost the foot for it, which is really gutting. So I think I've looked everywhere, cannot find it. So I'm probably going to have to just get a new foot. I'm hoping that they sell just the foot on its own and I can find one, and that it's not going to be like discontinued or something, because I don't really want to have to get a whole new overlocker, because this one works fine. It's basically brand new, in the sense that it hasn't been used much, but obviously just doesn't have the foot, and my sewing machine foot doesn't fit. So those are the two things that I couldn't make, but I'm pretty sure I should have checked the other video, really, shouldn't I? The one where I said that what I was gonna make. But I'm pretty sure that I made everything else. So I'm wearing the first make. Well, this was the shift top. So I was originally going to make a dress, but then I was sort of thinking about what I would wear it with, and I thought actually a top would probably, in the cold weather, be a bit more wearable for me now. So I decided to make the top. So this is the top version. I did make it without the sleeve, and the neckline isn't quite sitting right, but that's just because I haven't put the hook and eye on the back yet. Such a simple job, but I still haven't done it. So anyway, the pattern was the Sew Over It shift dress, made in the top version. We do actually stock this pattern now on the website, and I really want to have a go at making it in cotton, so then I can have a go at putting the sleeve in, because I've never done that before. So I think that would be quite a nice. I don't know if you can hear Olivia. She's downstairs with Andy. I think she's moving furniture around. Anyway, it was a really easy make. It was a really nice way to get myself back into sewing, and yeah, I really enjoyed making this one. It was really quick as well, even with crepe, even with sort of like a slippier fabric and trying to be that little bit more careful about sort of putting the pattern on and cutting it and everything. It was still really quick and simple, so I think it's going to be even quicker if I make it in cotton. Yeah, and I really love it. I like I said, I decided to make the top version. I had to grade between a couple of sizes, but I think I probably didn't do it quite the sort of proper way. I basically made the one size and then pinned it on me and kind of just cut off the excess. So I don't think that's probably the right way to do it. but it worked and it looks fine, nobody would know, and I love it. I've been wearing it with a navy skirt to make it a bit more smarter. I wear it with my jeans. I've been putting it with, and there's so many colours in this fabric that I can bring out. I've been wearing it with my red cardigan, there's pink in there, there's pale blue, there's green. So there's loads of colours and loads of things in my wardrobe that I can wear it with. So I'm really, really loving it. I'm wearing it all the time at the moment. So I've moved the camera, I thought it'd just be easier to show you these. So one of the makes I said I was going to do was these basket liners. So we have about 6, I think, of these in the bathroom, and originally they were just empty, like, well, not empty, but like no liner. So with all our stuff inside, it kind of just looked a bit messy. And when I bought them, I had always intended to make these liners for them. And I can, if you're interested, I can do a tutorial on how I made it. But basically, I started making them, and obviously it doesn't matter on the inside, you can see the raw seam at the bottom there, but you don't want to then see the raw seam here or on the outside. So obviously in a normal basket, if it was like a wicker basket, you would have the raw seam here. It wouldn't make any difference because nobody would see it, and you would have the nice neat seams on the inside. But I had to do, now I don't know what they're called. It's a seam that I learned in college years and years and years ago, and I can't remember what they're called. So if anybody knows the name of them, these seams, then please let me know. It's something like a lapped seam or a double lapped seam or something like that, but I can always do a tutorial and show you how I did it. But basically I kind of turned it over and then turned it over again, so that you've got this sort of lapped seam here, but then it's stitched very sort of tightly there. And that meant that I had to alter the measurements on the other baskets a little bit. But yeah, in the end I really like how they came out. It looks so much neater, and I haven't finished embroidering all of them, but I am embroidering all these sort of little labels onto them as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that one turned out. It looks so much neater, and they were actually really easy, a lot easier than I thought they would be. So the next one was this tassel cushion. Now I got something on it, well it wasn't me, Olivia was having a snack and she's got it all over it, so it needs a wash. So please excuse the grubbiness. But this was made out of a wool that I got from an upholsterer. It was just wool that was going to get thrown away, so they very kindly let me have it. And like I said, I wanted to make a cushion with some tassels on it. Originally I was going to do sort of tassels all the way down the front, but then I sort of came up with this idea of, well, you know, it's not, I haven't invented this kind of cushion, obviously. It's quite a common cushion to make, but basically it's sort of just folded. So I'll see if I can show you. It's sort of folded there. So it means basically you don't need any fastenings or anything like that, and it's just sewn on the seam. So the only sewing that you have to do is the hems and the seams, the 2 seams. If you follow me on social media, and actually I think I mentioned it in the tutorial that I posted on YouTube for this video, I'll link that below as well, but I did it wrong initially, and initially the tassels ended up sort of here, along this part here on the inside, so I had to unpick it and redo that. But yeah, it turned out really nice and I'm really pleased with it. So this was the second cushion. This turned out completely different to what I expected, or what I'd planned, I should say. But yeah, I was originally going to do flowers here and flowers in the corner, or some sort of border or something, and I did something completely different. So basically I did this with Russian chain stitch. I'm going to be posting a tutorial next week for this. And then my mum suggested about adding these like little bees as extra detail, and I think that really adds to it. I think it makes the cushion, to be honest. I think without that it would have looked a bit plain. But yeah, this is Russian chain stitch, and the cushion itself is exactly the same concept as the other one. It's all I had to do was the hem there, and then the hem on the inside there. and then basically sew the two seams together. So I don't think I sewed this very well. I think I've caught the fabric a little bit on the side there, but I think that was more just because I wasn't concentrating. So yeah, I drew on the design for this, not like this, I kind of drew on like a grid, which you'll probably see in the tutorial anyway, but I used the heat removable pen for that, and I missed a little bit there, so I need to get the iron on there, but basically if you draw that onto fabric, then you use an iron or a hairdryer for something like that, then it will just come straight off and you won't even know it was there. So really pleased with how that one's turned out. So those are the things that I did get a chance to make, and like I said, I think I finished one of them today, but all the others I did actually do in January. But now let's have a look at things that I'm planning to make for March. I'm not going to be quite as ambitious in the sense of the amount of things that I want to make, because I've got quite a busy month in March. But yeah, let me show you the things that I plan to make for March. Let me just take the tape off. This is something that we stock. It's a sheer fabric. Can't get the tape off. Oh dear. Maybe I can just edit this a little bit out, maybe. Here we go. So they always tape it up when it comes in from the wholesaler, because obviously it stops it from getting all unravelled. But, oh my goodness. There we go. Hey, all done. Right, so this is organdy. It's different to organza. Now I did research this. I think organdy, I can't remember which way around it is. I think one's made from cotton and one's made from another fibre. I can't remember which way around it is. But yeah, we stock this. I'll add a link. It's a sheer fabric, but it's got like a very, very gentle sheen. It's not like one of those really high shine sort of glittery ones, but it's just got a really nice sort of elegant sheen to it. But I'd like to cut some lavender from our garden, and I'd like to dry it out, and then I want to embroider onto here, and then just sort of make some like little lavender bags, just as like a little keepsake kind of thing. I just think it'd be quite a nice little project, and I think I will probably try and hand stitch it because it's a sheer fabric. So, but I'll let you know in the makes video what I decide to do with that. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to make for that, is to get some, like I say, some lavender, and sort of make some little lavender bags. So the next thing that I want to make is I want to have a go at the shift dress again, but like as a top version, but with the sleeves, because I've never put a sleeve in, and it's something that sort of scares me a little bit, and I want to have a go, and I want to do it with this fabric. So this is something that we stock on our website. It's a beautiful like medium weight cotton, and a little tip that I learned is that turquoise goes with everybody's complexion, so there's not a single person that cannot pull off turquoise. But it's also got a bit of mustard in there, a bit of pink, a bit of red, a bit of navy, and I've got things that I can wear with all of that. So I think it'll be quite a nice sort of summery top, nice and bright, nice and colourful, lift your mood kind of top. So that's what I'm planning to make out of that, and it's got that nice sort of crispness to it, but it's not too heavyweight that that you can't sort of wear it. It's not just for craft. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do for that. I'd like to have a go at learning how to put a sleeve in. So I'm gonna ravel that back up later. And the other one's over here. Hold on. Again, it's sort of like a dark turquoise. I must be going down a bit of turquoise route this month. But this one, I want to make a little apron for Olivia. Now I know it might seem a bit plain, but the reason I'm doing it in a plain fabric is because I would like to embroider onto it. You normally have like a little patch pocket on there, don't you? So that's why I want to do it in a plain. This colour's been quite popular. This has probably been our most popular colour in the cottons, but it's got kind of like a it's, I'd say medium weight? Yeah, probably medium weight. So it's really good for embroidery as well, but also for sort of more craft projects. But yeah, I really like it. It's sort of like it's a teal, but not a teal, but it's not dark turquoise either. So it's a really nice colour. So that's what I want to make with that. I want to make a little apron for Olivia because we're doing a lot more baking together. And she's quite a messy cook, but then so am I. So yeah, maybe I should make one for both of us. Yeah, so that's what I want to do with that one. And I did say I want to update something in my wardrobe, or sort of upcycle or mend or something like that in my wardrobe every month. And I have a dress. I have this dress sitting on it, hold on. So I have this dress that it's a wrap dress. Really beautiful. I got it last summer, but it had these really frilly sleeves on there and I just didn't wear it with the sleeves on. But I really like, so I cut the sleeves off and then I thought, well, I'm always going to wear it with a cardigan. But then I thought, well, actually, if it's a really hot day, I might not want to wear it with a cardigan. So I'd like to neaten up the edge, whether it's with some bias binding or I'm not quite sure how, but I'm going to basically find a way to neaten up the edge of the sleeves so that when the warmer weather comes back, I can start wearing it again. So that is my makes and my haul video, all in one. So it's probably quite a long video, but I look forward to hearing what you guys are all making and how you got on with the things that you have been making over the past couple of months. And I will see you at the end of the month with hopefully 4 makes, or 3 makes and an upcycle. So yeah, I will see you all soon. Bye everyone.